Hello, Danhausen here. Danhausen here to let you know that you are watching Dre41 Gaming. They do video games of some sort. Who knows? Danhausen doesn't. But you're very nice, very evil, do time. And if you do not watch this channel, you shall rue the day.
What's up, y'all? It is your boy Dre41, aka Mr. 4K, aka El Fuego, Spicy Dre, aka I Am the Ops. Now, this is going to be a very, very special video, an exclusive video that no one else has. I'm 1000% sure that no one has the footage that I'm about to show you. Why? Well, it's very simple why. Because we got SANDMAN in WWE2K24, and surprisingly enough, we have the SANDMAN in the wrestling code. Now, before you start rating the comments with when is this game coming out, guys, I'm just the artist for the game. I don't decide to announce when the game comes out. Alright, it's not my job to do so. And I am not going to leak the release date of a game and get myself in trouble just for views. Now, what I am going to do in this special video is show you up close, side-by-side views of the SANDMAN in the wrestling code and in WWE 2K24. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that the SANDMAN in the wrestling code, this is, well, the footage that not footage, but the showcase pictures are a couple, I want to say probably even a year old, and you can expect updates. I'll just say that. But you know, just for giggles, I wanted to do this video because I feel like it's good for the wrestling game community. I feel like it's good. It will bring conversation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, you're getting to see right now video footage of gameplay with the SANDMAN in the wrestling code and in his entrance in WWE 2K24. Now, I want to say that I am very interested in seeing how the SANDMAN plays in the wrestling code. I already know what his attires are going to be because I made them. But the one thing that bothers me about both versions of the SANDMAN, they have their well, not in the video of the SANDMAN because I made his Budweiser tank top, but the base model of SANDMAN in WWE 2K24 has the same attire as the one in the wrestling code. That bothers me a bit. And funny enough, neither one of them is 100% accurate because they're missing the parental warning on the back of the shirt. Why is it not there? Why are we missing these things? Right? We both got the blood on the forehead when he bashes his head with the beer, but I don't know. That's just little things like that bug me out a little bit, but I know you guys want to see the side-by-side pictures once again. One is already released and the other one is not yet done. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Now, here we go. We have the SANDMAN side by side. It's so funny. It's hilarious that both games have the same attire. Now, with the wrestling code, you see it's more a slim pants, more tapered toward the bottom. But more or less, man, you can tell that maybe in the wrestling code, it has more realistic skin, because it's Unreal Engine 5, you know. So what you're seeing right here on your screen, believe me, it's gonna be 1,000 times better. It's gonna be 1,000 times better when it actually released the look of the game or the character. You can tell that the wrestling code has more updated tattoos on the SANDMAN that WWE 2K24 doesn't, and that's the barbed wire on the chest and almost around the neck. The differences in the hairstyle, the lower cut for WWE, more of a kind of, I want to say like a box cut, I guess, sort of, something like that now. And both games, there's a little bit differences with the shirt. You can tell that the Unreal Engine 5, even though both of these pictures aren't the best of qualities, you can tell that there's more detail within the SANDMAN shirt on the wrestling code as opposed to the WWE 2K24, which it's fine. For me, that's small things. And it's even smaller because it's the same shirt basically. And the one on the right, the wrestling code one, is his shirt that's on Pro Wrestling Tees, which is almost close to his WWE one, I mean, you could tell the detail even on the arms, on the shirt, even on the face. You could tell there's more detail in the Wrestling Codes version of the Sandman. Now, I know that you're looking at the face and you're saying, wait a minute. Now, I can completely understand that, and I think what has happened here is, well, I don't want to say think, I kind of know, but the Wrestling Code has a older version of the Sandman, even though the Sandman looks a little bit, yeah, Sandman looks a little bit younger in WWE 2K24, but the overall look, you can tell, like even with the left nostril being a little bit higher than the right nostril, that's something that both developers got definitely right on that one. You can also tell, well, with the eyes, his eyes are bulging a little bit in the Wrestling Code version, but once again, this is the older version Sandman in his WWE attire, or I guess like current day attire. I don't know how to like really call that one, but he's in that attire. Another thing to look at here is also the skin tone. The skin tone is a bit different, and once again, like I said, the Wrestling Code one is the current day. Probably doesn't have a great tan. I know the people in WWE 2K definitely made him with a bit of a tan, because that is not regular Sandman. Now, overall body type, if you're looking at this, I would say that 2K24 doesn't have isn't as close to his body shape as what he actually had when he made his WWE debut. Even with the character model in the Wrestling Code, you know, you can see that he has more of a wider base, slimmer arms. Now, don't get me wrong, Sandman was on the juice in WCW, but, you know, regularly, Sandman wasn't a very bulky guy. You can tell the difference between the two, where in WWE 2K24, he looks more bulky, more built, and in the Wrestling Code, he looks more of a subdued kind of Sandman, like a guy who's really not an athlete. The one thing I would say both are missing is the gut. He has to have a little bit of a gut. Come on now, this is the Sandman. He does not work out like that. Come on, let's be honest. As we get to a closer picture here, we're looking at, once again, the shirt. I want to say that the shirt falls a little bit better on the Wrestling Code side. The belt, everything looks very tucked, very neat, very tight. And WWE, it looks a little bit bulky, which it's fine. It is what it is. Like I said, they haven't really updated their engine in a very long time, and I think it's about time they do that. I mean, we're on next-gen systems, and this is how characters look almost since 2K, what, 15, 16? 15, 16? On next-gen consoles? It didn't really change. So it's about that time. I think they got, like, the neck, like, damn near spot on with each other. Like, if you look at the neck and the shape, how it curves to the shoulders, especially on the WWE 2K24 side, you can see on the left shoulder how it curves into the traps. Same thing on the Wrestling Code. The only difference is, you know, the one in the Wrestling Code is making the face, and the one in 2K24 has a relaxed face, which is fine. Both of them do resemble the Sandman. Both of them do. It's just one's making the face and the other one isn't. Now, one has a bleached blonde hair, one has platinum. I would honestly like to see in the Wrestling Code him with the dark hair and have him be the Hack character that he was in WCW. I wouldn't mind that. That would be fine. You can also see that on the shirt itself. One is, you know, definitely sharper. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below in regards to the Sandman in both wrestling games. I know you guys are definitely playing WWE 2K24 right now, so what do you think about the Sandman? What do you think about the ECW pack? I enjoy it. I like it. I'm definitely going to create some ECW wrestlers, but I'm definitely happy to see that Sandman is finally back in some wrestling games. So that's definitely cool. Like, subscribe, comment, catch you on the next video. Later.